and welcome to 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown, a show about letters, numbers and conundrums. If you've never seen the show before, the game is simple, as are the contestants. Let's meet them. OK, first up is team captain John Richardson. John Richardson is a family man, and I happen to know all his kid wants for Christmas is a stepdad. OK, this joke. I will stake my reputation on this. Rachel is heavily pregnant, so let's get a move on before someone unexpectedly slides down her chimney. And joining Sean tonight is Joe Wilkinson. Joe has a very distinctive look, and that look is accountant for the IRA. Rosie is a lesbian from the north, which means she's got a few fingers and a few pies. Rose has a paralysing fear of rodents with their furry little bodies and rat-like features, so we can only apologise for sitting in next to John. Rachel, what's the worst thing about being pregnant?
I know all parents think that their child is, like, clever, but this one, it's worked out. It's been trying to find the exit routes for a while, so it's been going, you know, the usual kicks in the stomach. And now it's realised that the best way out is down, so it frequently punches me in the vagina from the inside. You know.
I think you've got a wrong one there. Some of them, they're just born like that.
Sean, have you got a mascot?
Yes, Jimmy, I do. I was, as is my wont, rummaging around in my loft the other day, and lo and... I don't normally talk like this. Lo and behold, what did I encounter? I found this old box of love letters, Jimmy. And I realised, I forgot just what a romantic devil I used to be back in my youth. And I know, so, you know, the early, you know, first loves, these letters I found. But this one is, Florence, my dear, have those blokes at the abattoir accepted you yet? I reckon you can kill as well as any man. You've certainly put a bolt through my heart. I never thought I'd miss Woking, and I don't. But I miss you and the Red Lion. Got to go, my love. Foreman is banging on the Portaloo door. Shawnee Bear. Oh. That's a sort of, like, romantic little...
That's very sweet.
Another one here. My dearest Florence, I'm guessing you're busy at the abattoir. What with Christmas? And that's why you haven't replied. Have you heard of pot noodles? They're great. Kettle broke on site, but they're even nice cold. Nearly saved up enough for my tattoo. How do you spell your full name? Got to go, my dear. My homebrew has gone straight through me. See you at the weekend. Guts depending.
It's like 50 Shades of Grey.
And so, things were going very smooth until I got this hammer blow.
Wow.
Dear Sean, I am writing this at work. Sorry about the blood. I had a spurter this morning. I won't be able to make Jaws 3 on Sunday. Jeff's back from the rigs and he's loaded. Keep out of the Red Lion for a bit, Sean. Jeff's got a fucking temper on him. Florence. That was the end of that. And this is how I dealt with the heartbreak. Dear Florence, you've not replied to my last 15 letters. I called at the abattoir the other day, but they said you'd be ages because you'd got 150 lambs to do. This is really painful. I could hear your laughter over the bleating. Oh, I'm heartbroken, of course, but I'm now seeing Elizabeth from Neptune's Sea Bar. I think she's got a coil fitted, so I won't need those condoms back. Adieu, Florence. P.S. What was our song? I've forgotten. And I wrote that to hurt her. That's the sort of romantic fool I used to be.
The romantic Sean Locke. OK, tell us something about John we might not know.
His left testicle.
So his left testicle?
No, I'm only joking. So, this is something you might not know. He's got a really big crush on Anthea Turner. His biggest fantasy, I think, would be me and Anthea Turner folding clothes together.
So it's a little nod there and a slight warmth in your face.
Yeah.
What is it you like about her?
I don't think this is really the place.
She wouldn't let you take her to B&M on a Sunday, like I would.
You're going to have to tell Jimmy what B&M is.
What's B&M?
It's one of the leading variety stores in the country.
The variety store.
It's a bit like if B&Q Homebase screwed Poundland.
And sorry, you go there every Sunday?
Every
We don't go
Sunday.
on a Sunday.
We do.
We don't go on a Sunday.
We
It's
do.
too busy on a Sunday. We go on a Monday.
And you say to me, don't you, you say, you can have any tea towel you want.
If you shop at B&M, you can't help but believe that there is a Jesus. Because some of the bargains there... You can get 10 kilograms of kiln-dried birchwood, right, for £6.99. That's incredible.
In the same shop, you can get, you know those big jars of pickled onions that they only have in pubs or chippies? You can buy those, you don't need ID.
Jimmy, you can buy as much of a very faded sort of creamy white imperial, Couson's imperial leather. You can literally buy as more than you'll need for your life in one visit.
And still have change out of a fiver.
Well, welcome to the 8 out of 10 Cats Does Countdown Christmas special in association with B&M. I guess that's what we're doing now. I mean, for fairness, the other shit shops are available. Sean, what's your favourite thing about Christmas?
B&M.
And a vowel
O.
and a consonant, please.
And the last one, H.
OK, and your time starts now. Sort of cute, isn't it? Oh, it makes a little noise at the back. That's good, isn't it? I made one for Joe. There you go, Joe. Look at that.
I like that.
It's a weird kid's toy that looks like it's going to touch the kid.
So let's give that to Joe. Now, this is quite special. This took me a while.
Oh, little drag queen bear. I love it. Thank
it's
you
cute,
so
isn't it?
much.
This is really my pride and joy. Is it wool? Oh. What happens if I press the button?
I hate playing countdown.
He's a grumpy bear, isn't he? Yeah. There we go. Let's give that to Sean. Of course, I haven't forgotten you.
Is it going to be a little teeny tiny one?
Still funny.
I'll give that to my child and scar her for life.
Joe, what have you got? How many?
5.
Kerry, how many?
6.
Joe, what's your 5?
Sizes.
Sizes. OK, and Kiri?
All blanks and sizes, shapes.
Oh, that's incredible. You deserve the point
That's
for that.
incredible.
That is
isn't it?
incredible.
Oh,
Incredible.
so
Shapes and sizes.
happy.
Shapes and sizes. Thanks to Kiri. The Brett Domino Trio. Susie, could they have done any better?
Yeah, there's a 7 there. It's aphesis, and it means the loss of a vowel from the beginning of a word. So esquire becomes squire, alone becomes lone.
You'd assume that would just be the word thesis, wouldn't you?
Exactly.
Got to throw in a gag every now and again for the real countdown viewers, and thanks for sticking with us. Yeah, you sat through all those fanny jokes, didn't you? And you've just had a wordplay banter there.
Is your mum in the audience?
Yes, my mother is here this evening, Jimmy, yes.
Where's John's mum?
There's my mum. That's my sister. Is there an empty chair next to you there? Dad didn't get the email.
That's fine. Be nice if she saw you win, I think.
It would be, wouldn't it? Probably the fanny jokes is what we'll talk about most after this show. It's her fault for telling me that it was all right to drop out of university. This is what happened, you see. I could be a translator now, couldn't I? I could be inviting you out to Barcelona. Never mind, here we are. Spunky, spunky, on with the game.
Mr. Swallow, what have you been up to?
I've been just same old, really, you know, just doing gigs, talks, seminars. Got a huge Northern Irish following, genuinely. Sort of selling out almost in Belfast. Huge Northern Irish following, it's really weird. I learned how to say two things when I was last in Belfast. I learned how to say Widdebix and shredded wheat. What did you ask me again? Sorry, what?
Susie,
Yes.
you've done a guide to swearing for all four. Tell us everything.
I was just writing down bollocks, in fact. I love bollocks because it's just this. And the reason I love it particularly is because the BBC do this kind of list of top offensive words. They do a kind of countdown. And bollocks is number 8. And it is under prick and above arsehole.
What's number 6?
Wanker. Which is a bit weird.
Well, I only asked.
Time now to go across the dictionary corner. Matt, what have you got for us?
Pitch Shift. It's a new game I'm working on. Very excited about that. Susie's in this game, actually. You control a choir of tiny Susies as they navigate the spikes in the haunted graveyard. Right? And it's not your standard traditional way of controlling the game. It's voice activated. So I'd like to get John. Do you mind having a go at this? Would you mind passing the microphone over to John?
Pick the guy with the sexiest voice.
Yeah, big time. Now, basically, John, as choir master to the tiny Susies, you're going to control the Susies with the power of your singing voice. So if you could just go into the microphone for me. Yeah, lovely stuff. So the higher the pitch your R's, yeah, the more the Susies move to the right. If you say nothing, they move back to the left. More practice. Lovely stuff. Well, I wish you the best of luck as you navigate the haunted graveyard. That's it. Come on, you can do it, you can do it.
News, everyone! And here is your teaser. The words are Wang Lilo. The clue is, can I have a go? That's Wang Lilo, can I have a go? See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the tease, the words were Wang Lilo. The clue was, can I have a go? It was, of course, allowing. Sean, have you got a mascot?
So, Jimmy, recently I was approached. There's been a problem. Far too many people are being called national treasures. So, I've been asked by the media to become, like, the head of the National Treasures Committee to decide who's in and who's out.
I see you put the no box on my side.
Yes. So I'm going to go through them one by one and see whether they make it in.
This is fun.
We'll start off with this fella, right?
Surely in, Ed Sheeran.
No.
Beloved national treasure, surely.
No. The reason he's not in is he dyes his hair. He's actually got black hair. I've seen the runoff from his bath. It's unbelievable. So... There we go. No. Next up, it's this cheeky chappie. A lot of people say to me, Sean, what's a sensible amount to drink? Now, I always say, imagine you're Ant McPartlin and you'll be driving your mum home after lunch. Relax. Enjoy yourself. But don't go mental. It's your mum. She brought you up. No, don't have any tequilas. So that when you do crash, you're not driving so fast. And nobody gets killed. So, so there we go.
He's in.
Yeah, he's in. He makes it in, yeah. Because, you know, he could have killed someone, but he didn't, because he didn't get too pissed.
Yeah.
Quite right. Good on him. Good on him.
Yeah.
He's all right.
There's this fella. A lot of people think he should be in. Some people do make it in, Jimmy, but not this fella, because he's too mild. He's like a curry for toddlers.
Whoa.
Now, this guy, Greg Wallace. Greg came close because I like him because he wears a hairnet, even though he's bald. Yeah, he goes to a crisp factory, puts on a hairnet. What, is he worried some baldness will get in the crisp? No, I like him because he's got no sense of irony or humour. He's very close to getting through, but I've met him. No, Greg. He tried to put his spoon in my pudding.
Kevin, what advice would you give your younger self?
Well, it depends how young. Like my 2-year-old self, I would say, like, stop pissing the bed and shitting yourself. But like, my teenage self, what advice would I give?
Yeah.
I would say, introduce more fibre to your diet. Reduce your caffeine intake and don't strain too hard during a bowel movement. Because if alcohol and drugs don't get you, hemorrhoids will.
Is your diet better now?
No, it's fine. I just had a tough summer. Apparently, I strained a fissure nerve. It's a small bit of the anus.
Oh.
So, I had to go to a rectologist, which is a very niche... What a thing to specialise in. The guy specialises in the arse, so I had to go to Dr. Who.
Right.
And I would recommend him for all your...
For all your needs.
So I thought I'd give him a plug on Countdown.
OK, and your time starts now.
Ooh. Lovely.
Yeah, that's... I mean, it's not perfect, but I think I've done a pretty good... I made a little cheese sculpture I've got cheese and crackers for everyone. Cheese and crackers.
Hinduist.
Kevin, how many?
7. Oh, thanks very much, mate.
Jimmy, what you haven't got is crackers. There's no spare crackers.
I'll deal with this, Sean, not a problem. My apologies. You fuckers bring some biscuits! Some fucking biscuits! There's men working over here.
Crackers!
Like Wallace and Gromit X-rated. We've forgotten the fucking crackers, Gromit.
What does a V mean? Did you just explain that?
Vegan.
It's actually made out of the stuff that comes out of my nose.
Oh, yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Yeah, nose cheese. I suppose that's not vegan, is it? Well, no animals were harmed.
It's not the reason I wouldn't eat it. Can I ask quickly, are the grapes vegan, or did they come out of Kevin's arsehole?
I suffered terribly from piles in my younger days.
In your younger days?
I contracted them in the Himalayas.
Well, it's the altitude, of course.
The altitude, and they were so bad, in the morning I used to poke them back up with a stick. It was the only way I could make the ascent.
Victoria, you OK?
I'm not sure this is for me.
Well, they won't talk about it on the news.
No.
So we got to talk about it here.
You're right.
They were talking about all the Brexit stuff and all that boring shit. This is more important than what's going on in Europe.
But a similar debate about in or out, and which is best.
It affects me.
OK, John, how many letters?
I'll stick with a safe 7.
You've got a safe 7?
Yeah.
OK, what's your 7, Kevin?
Shunted.
Shunted?
As in, the rectologist shunted the hemorrhoid back into the anal cavity. You could say.
Harry, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, I do. I felt bad for Sean because I'm a bad teammate because I'm bad. So I got him gifts to make it better so that you still want to be my friend. So this is for you.
Oh, thanks.
I know you love Chelsea Football Club, but I couldn't get you tickets. So I got you the next best thing, a Made in Chelsea DVD.
Oh, Made in Chelsea?
Yeah.
It's Made in Chelsea.
Yeah.
It's those brilliant guys.
Yeah, just like...
And they're funny and they're charming.
Yeah.
And they're just what I like him.
Just pop that over there, yeah. OK.
Not the only present.
Oh, really?
So this is another present for you.
But let's be honest, this is more presents than I got on my birthday.
So this is a couple of things.
Oh.
A hat to keep your head warm in winter because you don't have much hair.
I've got a hat.
And then also a framed picture.
It's too fucking small. What I have got is a massive head.
Oh, that...
Oh,
do you know
dear.
what? Not a lot of people look good in that, and you are no exception.
And then this is a framed photo of me and you as Harry Potter and Hermione.
Hogwarts. Oh, that was a lovely afternoon. I remember that. Thank you very much.
No, that's not it.
Oh, it's one of those, isn't it?
It's a best friend necklace. So you have one half and I have the other, and it's solid gold, so you don't ever have to take it off.
I've never had one of these before. Nobody's ever wanted
That's
to...
really sad, actually.
Yeah. No, I don't think so. I think it's possible to have a friendship without having a necklace to commemorate it.
Most people would just say thank you.
Yeah. Would you put the necklace on for me, Harriet? I feel like I've been turned into something.
It's nice for you.
know what, my money was not on Harriet grooming you, but... it's what's happened. Oh. Harry, have you got a mascot?
Yeah, I brought my son from my first marriage with me. Gary. Gary, come on out. I don't want to come out there, don't you? Everyone's staring at me. Oh, it's Gary. It's Gary, my son. Hello, everyone. Where's Jimmy Carr, Daddy? Where's Jimmy Carr? He was a big fan of yours, Jimmy. Christ, it's like looking in the mirror. So, I'm very nervous, Daddy. Can I do my song, Daddy? You're going to do your song? He wants to do his song. I want you to write a tribute to the soul singers of the past. Mr. Otis Redding, Daddy. OK, Gary, well, you noticed that we've got the horn section over there. Would you be able to cover this, Alex? Horn?
Yes, yes. What's the song?
He's sitting on the dock of the day. All right. OK. Sitting in the morning sun, I'll be sitting in the evening come, watching the ships roll in, then I'll watch them roll away again. I'm sitting on the dock of the day, watching the tide roll away. Sitting on the dock of the day, wasting time. Off you go, Gary.
And here is your teaser. The words are lick shit, and the clue is it'll make you smile. That's lick shit, it'll make you smile. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were lick shit. The clue was it'll make you smile. It was, of course, ticklish. OK, before we go on, he's not on the show anymore, but he turns up anyway. It's Joe Wilkinson, everyone. Are you, You all right, Joe?
All right, Jimmy. Oh. Sorry that took a while. I've got bloody shin splints. I don't know if you noticed, but yeah, I've had a bit of a growth spurt the last couple of weeks. I've gone up about 50 foot from the knees down. Guess that's what happens when you hit your 40s, you know. But so lovely. Oh yeah, I'll tell you what I'm going to do, Jimmy. Because I'm quite high up, I'm going to turn my head cam on because I thought you might still want to see my face.
Oh, I see, yeah.
It's nice up here. There's lots of dead pigeons. Nice, look. There he is. Loads of them. Someone needs to do a bit of dusting. Honestly, hoover it out once in a while, guys. Oh, hello. I'm in here. Yes. It's a piece of quiche. Look at that. Bit of quiche. There's a bit of burn muck on it, but... Any idea what this switch does? Hold on, I'm going to give it a go. Ah. Yeah, I think I've realised what it's done, Jimmy. I think it's turned the lights off. Hold on, sorry.
Can you turn it back on?
I'm trying to find a bloody switch, mate. Look, no, that's not the one. No. That's the pissing alarm. Hold on. There you go. There's a doorbell. Why the fuck's there a doorbell? Hold on. Oh, here we go, here we go. Oh, here we go.
Whoa, Joe. Joe, what's going on there?
Oh. I think in the excitement, my plums fell out. There's a bit of a gust in here. Actually, I better head off. That quiche has gone off, I think. Oh, Christ. Right, I'm going to need the lav. It's starting to come out. Right, I'll see you later. Let's play Countdown!
OK, on with the game.
Another consonant and then a vowel.
Another consonant, another vowel.
O.
And then what?
Dealer's choice.
Dealer's choice. And a U.
OK, and for the first time today, here's the countdown clock. The Greeks. Do you want to smash a plate, John? Strikes me as the kind of thing you'd be good at.
I'm more of a tidying up guy. You've got a broom?
Let's smash a plate.
On a head, or...?
Well, wherever you want. I mean, you can smash it on your head, sure.
Can I?
Yeah.
Can I?
Yeah, I don't care.
Oh, I'm scared now. I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking... Ah! You can really hear it hitting the bald spot, can't you?
Crispiest. Susie, hang on.
Hang on.
This could be good.
OK.
I'll volley it.
Oh, you're going to volley it?
Yeah, with my head.
This is going to end in tears. Don't try that at home, obviously, because plates. I've brought some Greek meze for everyone. I thought maybe chips and dips.
Oh, you've really splashed out on the olives.
How many letters?
Oh, mate, I couldn't believe it, man. I looked down and there's a bloody 6.
Catherine, how many?
Sure.
8.
8?
Yeah.
Sean, how many? 6. Mr. Iowadi?
Also 6.
6, OK.
Oh my God, I'm the smartest person here.
Richard, what's your 6?
Drains.
Drains?
Drains.
Seems strangely appropriate.
Thank you. That is what I do to energy.
Brains.
Mine's strangely appropriate as well, Jimmy. Brains.
John, your 6?
Radios.
Catherine, your 8-letter word for the win.
Unbraid.
Unbraid, yeah. I mean, you're really getting tucking into the meze.
Yeah.
Do you know what? You want to be careful what you eat, John, genuinely. Because I've had
All right.
gastritis for like 4 days because I kissed my dog on the mouth and he definitely was eating fox poo.
So you got your little dog.
Yes. I kissed him right on the mouth. I can't help it.
Right, and then...
And then I did it the other day and I was like, whoa, it was foxy. I knew there was a problem and then I just, you know, went about my business. But I have been violently ill until pretty much noon today. And that's 4 days.
Would you kiss a dog?
I kiss him every day. It's been so hard for me the last 4 days
matter with
not
you?
to kiss him. If you saw him, do you kiss your dogs? Of course you do. Really?
You might as well rim it.
I mean, really?
If once you've started kissing it, you're only like a hop, skip and a jump. You're up the other end.
OK, now, Rose, you're from New Zealand. You now
Yes.
live in London. What's the worst thing about living in England?
The plugs are weird.
Why are our plugs weird?
Well, they're different to where I'm from. My plugs, mine one looks like kind of like the scream, kind of like that. Oh, it's sad. And your ones kind of look like you.
Yes, that's got a point. It's got a point, actually. Yeah, they do.
He does kind of look like the British plug.
OK, before we go on, a chance for our teams to win some bonus points. I've got a selection of items, all of which are spelt with 7 letters. All they have to do is give them a feel and tell me what they are. Whoever guesses the most objects correctly gets the bonus points. Sean, John, you're playing for your teams. Please come and join me at the feeling station. Please, John.
I'm looking forward to this. I haven't felt anything for years.
Oh, the glasses are off.
Before you even start, I'm very aware that bumhole is a 7-letter word, and if you even fucking think about it... That is it. I'm just going to guess bumhole before everyone.
Well, I tell you what, Jimmy, if you put it in front of me, I'll lick it. So, it better not be a bumhole.
OK, your time starts now. Bring on our first 7-letter word. Right? Yeah, OK, so just reach into where I was standing and have a feel.
No.
Reach in, there you go. Come
I
on,
don't want to.
get in there.
Oh.
Get in there.
Muscle.
It's a big, muscly man.
You can use both hands, Sean.
Spandex.
Spandex, yes, that's the right answer.
Yeah.
OK, get rid of him, OK. OK, so you've got to be gentle with the next one. And what I'd like you to do is kind of is reach down. It's down.
Hamster.
Punch down?
Do. OK, just down.
Kittens?
Down. John, down. It's not
it's a
kittens.
dog.
I want to save the life.
Dog. That's a 3-letter word. The Dachshund.
You think it might be a dachshund? Have a feel. Do you think it's a dachshund?
Terrier. It's a fucking dog. But how you would want to kiss this, I don't know. Labrador. Bulldog.
Bulldog.
There you go. There you go, Bulldog. There you go. We'll get rid of him. OK. OK. Oh, right, OK. Now, you've got to stick your tongues out a bit for this.
You are shitting.
No, you'll be OK. You'll be OK. Just stick your tongue out a little bit. There you go.
Sherbet. Sherbet. I said sherbet. Popping candy.
Popping candy is exactly right, yeah, popping. Next one, OK.
Symbols.
Symbols, there you go. OK. There's something in a bowl here. You've got to put your hands into the middle. There, yep.
Oh! Fuck's sake. Custard?
Semen.
Yes, custard.
Yay!
OK, your time's up. OK, the point's go to Sean.
No!
Good, I think. Very good touching and feeling. Well done.
Well played.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Oh, I feel like Catherine after prom. And here is your teaser. The words are glum nips. The clue is they're hanging low. That's glum nips. They're hanging low. See you after the break. Welcome back. The answer to the teaser. The words were glum nips. The clue was they're hanging low. It was, of course, slumping. OK, John, have you got a mascot?
Yes. I was doing the recycling the other week and screaming, as I usually am, and I suddenly shouted, "I'm sick and tired of having to shout, for Christ's sake, rinse the milk bottles out." And it suddenly struck me that that was a rap. And so I thought, I'll get myself a rap album. So it's time I released my rap album. I wanted to call myself a certain name, and I found out it was already taken by a young lady called Cardi B.
Barely even a cardigan, what she's got on there.
Yeah. So I thought, I'll have a little think, come up with a suitable name. No one's taken Cardi G.
Get bleach or die trying.
Too right, mate.
What does the G stand for?
Gun. And it's just some tracks influenced by my life, straight out of Kling film. It's about my upbringing there, Duster's Paradise. That's quite a jaunty number, that one. Fight the Shower. Empire State of This Kitchen. And I've got 99 problems, but a scuff mark on the parquet flooring isn't one because I've mixed a small amount of baking soda into a paste and used a soft cloth and a circular motion gently rubbed at the state until it disappears. Please take your fucking trainers off.
Prodigy, everyone. Chris, how are you finding Countdown?
OK, Jimmy, to be honest. I've started off better than I thought I might do, but, you know, as you know, I'm doing it all in my head. And so I had an idea that maybe it might be good to, you know, level the playing field a little bit. So I brought some blindfolds with me, Jimmy.
I've got them here, yeah. So we were going to ask everyone to play blindfolded.
Right. Yeah, sure.
OK, here you go.
Yeah.
OK, so blindfolds on, everyone. Harry, your turn to choose.
It's a bit tight, my blindfold.
One of the advantages of being blind is you can't actually feel it on your face.
I cheated once in Blind Man's Buff when I was a kid. And I won a packet of fig rolls. And then I snuck off and I ate them all on my own. And I was sick. And do you know what lesson I learned from that? I don't like fig rolls.
OK, Harry, you're picking the letters.
How do I do that?
You just say vowel and consonant.
You don't use your eyes.
4 vowels.
No, don't do that.
That's the way to
Sorry.
do it. Let's rush through it.
I'm worried someone's going to creep up on me.
It won't be me.
1 vowel.
A.
She said 1 vowel. So don't make it harder.
And another vowel, please. No, a consonant, please.
S.
S. And a vowel, please.
O.
As O. And a consonant, please.
H.
As O. And...
As O.
Consonant, please.
D.
Consonant.
P.
Consonant.
S.
Another vowel, please.
E.
As O, D, P, S, Another one, please.
You can have an O or an R.
It doesn't matter at this point.
R.
OK, your time starts now. OK, Chris, how many?
I think I've got a 6.
OK, John, how many?
I think I've got a 6.
Sean, how many?
I've got a 6.
Harry, how many?
Is asso a word?
Can we take them off now? Should we keep them on?
Keep them on for a bit.
You're so powerful, aren't you, Jimmy?
Yeah.
Do you have a blindfold on, Jimmy?
Sometimes, yeah. OK, no, you can take your blindfolds off if you want. Sean, how many?
6. Pushed.
Is there a U in
No,
pushed,
there's
do you
no
think?
U.
I thought there was a U came up.
Pushed, OK. John, you're 6?
Spared.
Spared. Chris, what'd you get?
I had shaped. Is that up there?
Yep.
Hey.
I'm sorry I did badly. Do you want another gift?
You did really badly. Right. Oh, I wonder what this is.
Yeah. I bet you can't guess. It's a 2-for-1 travel together rail card. So you can go anywhere, but only with me.
OK, fingers on buzzers. Time for today's Countdown Conundrum.
You're going to make it spicy, Jimmy?
Am I going to make it spicy?
I mean, like, you know, maybe make the conundrum worth a bit more than it is usually.
How much
Make
do you think
it a bit
should...
interesting, Mr. Bond.
You'd be the most amazing Bond villain of all time.
I'll be the only one who's skint. Comes out of a book, he just goes, no. No, don't worry, we're still taking over the world. It's going to happen, it's just, you know...
Oh, I think the conundrum today is actually... It's quite a tricky one. It's actually worth 15 points.
Ooh.
Oh. Is it pretty hard?
Is the answer horseshit? Because the fucking rules are.
OK, fingers on buzzers. for 15 points today. Let's make it interesting. The crucial countdown conundrum. Time starts now.
Oh. Auditions.
Let's have a look.
Yes.
John and Rose are our winners with 51 points. You're now the proud owner of this, the Countdown Shopping Trolley. Thanks to all our panellists, our wonderful studio audience, and to all of you for watching at home. That's it from us. Good night.